y'all. It's been a long time since I put a playlist video out.
Bitch, what the fuck?
And I miss doing it. These days I can't put the actual tracks in the video because the video would get demonetized. If I ever get monetized. And it could also get restricted. The way I'm gonna do this is while I talk about an album, I'm gonna pick one song from the album and then I'm gonna cover it and it'll be playing in the background when I'm talking about the album. Obviously, it'll sound different than what the song actually sounds like, but hopefully at least I can highlight the lyrics or make you kind of interested in checking out the music. There are so many albums that are important to me, way more than I could cover in this video or even like 5 videos like this, so this will definitely be a series in time. So if you want to see more videos like this, then smash the subscribe button. So the first album is Strawberry Jam by Animal Collective, and I have this album on vinyl. Yay! I'm pretty sure it was in my vinyl collection video that I made 2 years ago, and by the way, I'm definitely going to make a vinyl update. So, for several years now, Animal Collective has been my favorite band, and through the fan community, my entire life has transformed. Some of you watching this know me from the Animal Collective fandom, and I've made several best friends through it. While it's difficult for me to pick any one album that encapsulates my experience being a fan and my love for this band, I have a Merriweather Post Pavilion duvet cover. I decided Strawberry Jam should be my pick because I think my experience getting to know this album affected me the most of any of them, just because of when I happened upon it. It was one of the last albums by them that I got into. During a summer semester where I was dealing with many personal struggles and questioning myself and my values in between classes and teaching as I wandered around my near-deserted college town. The song you've been hearing is Fireworks, which is one of the most emotionally poignant moments on the album and my favorite Animal Collective song ever to sing. Next up is Hospice by the Antlers, and it's probably... oh yeah, you can see the hands. I actually just got this from Turntable Lab and I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm gonna do that right now. Turntable Lab is sick. I also got Plantasia by Mort Garson from them recently, along with a bunch of other records, but this one and Plantasia were both exclusives, so I was very excited about that. I'm not going to pull it out, but it's on white vinyl, which is pretty cool. The album shares the singer's perspective on the breakup of an abusive relationship, told through the metaphor of him being a nurse taking care of her, a terminal cancer patient in the hospital. It's a grim and dramatic depiction apt for the trauma he endured by being her partner. This album is sometimes described as too melodramatic or obvious with the way that it tells its story, but for someone like me who has experienced trauma and made it out to the other side, it's very meaningful and significant. There's a quote from the song Wake that you're hearing right now in the background that I think sums it up quite nicely. Don't bargain when you're weak. Don't take that sharp abuse. Some patients can't be saved, but that burden's not on you. Don't ever let anyone tell you you deserve that. Part of me really wants to get the line, "Don't ever let anyone tell you you deserve that," tattooed on my body somewhere. I do not have this album on vinyl, but it's pretty much #1 on my wish list. Emergency and I by the Dismemberment Plan. I heard this album multiple years ago a few times before I actually got into it, and the most memorable moment of the album back then was the song You Are Invited. Some of my other favorite songs from the record include Gyroscope and Memory Machine and... oh wait, I love literally every song on this album because it is pure emotional energy all the way through. The lyricism in this album is brutally honest. It might be my favorite breakup album of all time, maybe a tie with Hospice, though they have very different moods. Even though different songs have been my favorite throughout my experience of listening to this album over the last 2 years, these days my favorite song, once again, is You Are Invited, which is the one you're hearing right now. Because its message is exactly what its title says. It's an invitation from the band to you to join in on life and feel valued and feel needed, and I think that's one of the most beautiful messages ever written into a song. Despite One More Time being the first song I ever bought on iTunes, I did not listen to the whole album until I was finishing up high school, and I did not care about any of the lyrics until I was in college. However, this perfect hour of music may just be one of the most important and best electronic albums ever created. While I think people would certainly praise the music or instrumentation before anything else about the album, I think there is something to be said about the lyrics on tracks like Digital Love, Something About Us, and most importantly, one of their most slept on tracks, Face to Face. And that's the one that you're hearing me cover in the background right now. It's really hard for me to listen to Face without getting emotional. It's a song about realizing you've been blaming someone else in a point of conflict when it was really your own fault all along, and how much easier it is to resolve something when you speak to each other face to face. It's a simple message, but I think it's one that a lot of people need to hear. Last album for this video, though I promise there are more videos coming, and these are not my top 5 albums of all time. When Settle came out around the very end of my senior year of high school, my friends and I would bring speakers over to someone's basement and dance to that album all night. A lot of people would recognize Latch featuring Sam Smith because it's how Sam got his big break, but there are a lot of other amazing and super danceable tracks on there. It's a great album for singing along on road trips, studying with friends, or making up dance routines by yourself in your room. It was hard for me to choose a song to pick to cover to play in the background for this one, but I chose Help Me Lose My Mind because it's a song about repairing a romantic relationship and moving past old issues, beautifully disguised as a dance track. And something I wanted to highlight in the electronic music that I put in this video is how much beauty can be hiding behind the lyrics when you're not paying attention to them. I think it's very important to pay attention to lyrics. You know, they're secondary to what the music sounds like, but sometimes the listening experience of like listening to the music and also reading the lyrics can just take your understanding of the music and your enjoyment of the music to the next level. If you're still here, thanks for clicking on this video. I appreciate you, and there's going to be content coming onto this channel much more regularly from here on out. There are definitely going to be more videos where I'm talking about music, discussing music. If you like those types of videos, please subscribe so I can see you again. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!